Welcome to the world's first straight talk Solarcast. This is your go-to podcast for answers about solar. Brought to you by Solar Harmonics in Northern California, who invite their customers to own their energy by purchasing a solar panel system for their home, business, or farm. Each episode, we discuss questions facing people making the decision to go solar. The solutions to your questions are given to you straight by one of the leading experts in the solar industry, Jamie Duran, president of Solar Harmonics. Feel free to search our library for answers to questions that you're facing when considering solar. And now, here's Adam Duran, our host with the questions, and Jamie Duran, our solar expert with Straight Talk Solarcast.
Hello, Jamie. How's everything going?
Oh, it's going great. It's, busy time after the 4th of July. We just had a client send me his electricity bill, and you get to guess how much he spent last month. It's one of the highest I've ever seen in a residential.
Can you tell me the size of the house?
Probably 1,500 square feet.
Wait a second.
With a pool.
With a pool. Oh, yeah. Okay. $1,200.
Almost, yeah. $1,347 last month he spent.
Wow.
And this month it's upwards of 1,000. So
is he generating Bitcoin? What's going on?
Unclear at this time, but when he told me he's averaging $600 a month, I couldn't believe it, and then pulled it up. Don't know. Anyway, he found us through Diamond Certified, which is pretty awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's just I can't. Can you imagine just writing that check for $1,347? That's over $100. Wait, it's not $100. No, anyway, that's ridiculous.
Whatever it
Crazy.
Is, that is. I hope he has enough panels on his roof. It's gonna have to be like a transformer up there, like a big.
Yeah.
Man.
I don't know what we're gonna do at this.
Like a funnel.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but we will do our best. I know that. So it's just oof. But that kind of brings me to today's topic for the podcast,
which is
energy independence.
Ooh.
So we just passed Independence Day, July 4th, and I was really thinking, oh my God, there's sure a lot of big bills coming our way. It seems like every month, with insurance and retirement and kids' college and everything just crazier and crazier expensive. That people have really, it's pretty staggering how expensive it is to live these days. So.
You just gave me like 4 mini heart attacks in a row. Thanks a lot.
I even told so the kids, the theater group, they put together an annual haunted house, and I told them, oh yeah, I have a haunted house for you guys. We're going to do the health insurance room, and we're going to do the income tax room, and then we're going to do.
I'm having more heart attacks.
We're going to do the pre-planning for your funeral room, and then we're going to all these adult scary things coming your way.
Yeah, here comes a prostate exam.
Okay. I didn't have that one because I didn't want to, get in trouble or anything. But holy mackerel, there's a huge amount of these gigantic. I mean, paying for your kids' college. I even told a few of my daughter's friends who are in college now that, USC is what about, or even Stanford's about $100,000 a year.
Oh.
And if you were to take $100,000 and buy a rental house and with a 15-year mortgage, and then after 4 years, essentially you have 4 rental houses with 15-year loans. Essentially, by the time you are 40 years old, you have 4 free and clear rental homes that are producing about $1,500 to $2,000 a month in free rental money, and then that's taxed, of course, but that's retirement time. So at 40 years old, so instead of going to USC,
I have a friend who has done that.
I know.
Good for him.
Exactly, he's figured it out. So that could be the opposite side of the haunted house is some solutions for some of this stuff, so you don't end up with gigantic debt for going to school and stuff like that. So anyway, regarding independence, I wanted to talk about energy independence.
Okay.
And like the client who is spending, oh my God, I can't even imagine spending almost $1,000 a month that he's spending. $8,000 a year he is spending on electricity. And that's just going right out the door every year. And it's staggering. So, of course, how do we get energy independent? And that is with solar energy.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, the solar panels, they are an asset. So they're equipment that gets installed on the house. They generate electricity that you were previously buying. Well, now your house is actually generating electricity just using the space that's available either on the ground or a parking structure, or most commonly on the roof.
Right.
So right now the roof is producing zero benefit and it's getting beaten up by the sun and the weather and everything. And so solar panels take the brunt of that, and they produce your own power. And how that works is that when you're producing your own power, if you're using power during the day when solar is producing, then you are not buying any additional power from the utility. And if you are producing more power than you are using in PG&E territory, they actually give you credit for that excess power.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty good. And so, the solar on a day like today, it's June 8th, and it is full sun out today, no clouds in the sky. It's a full production solar day. So I would expect today to be a record amount of solar energy for this day in California. And that's great, because every day we're adding more and more capacity to people's roofs, and we are making them solar, which is helping them become independent of the utility company, which, again, in PG&E territory, they've filed for bankruptcy. So we have some things to look forward to with in regard to rate increases and reliability, and with people very concerned about what's going to happen with their power going forward.
Wow. Just one thing to add, it's July 8th, not June 8th, but okay. Someone was going to email us about that.
Okay, so June 8th.
Yeah, no big deal.
Thank you.
I knew what you meant.
Yep.
No problem.
Yes.
This is kind of how I based my purchase of solar. I hate going to the gas station, and kind of when we got our first Volt, that was the idea, was that we would get the electricity through our solar panels right into our electric car, drive that around, and then the more we could do that, the longer between our gas station visits would become. And it's awesome not doing that. It's awesome not going to the gas station. It's just so great.
Absolutely. And that's, you don't even realize how much time you spend at the gas station until you're actually sitting there pumping gas, and you're like, oh my God, what am I doing? And so it's, and the range of people you get to meet at the gas station as well.
The only reason I'm like, man, the only reason I miss the gas station is the easy window washing section. I mean, that's now with my car.
Yeah. Air pressure too for the tires.
Yeah, it's all done. It's all Jamie. It's all part of the car now.
Oh, that's fantastic. It doesn't self-inflate the tires. I know that. So.
No. We got my neighbor Mike for that.
Well, you have it all figured out. So.
Yes. Well,
yeah,
I mean, without solar, I would not have gotten the electric car. And then
it's a no-brainer, really. So,
yes.
but driving on essentially solar, where the solar panels are producing power going back into the grid, and then at night when you are charging, when the rates are the cheapest, that's you're pulling power from the grid that you've essentially already deposited into the grid. So it's a really nice circle, essentially, of solar energy, and you're driving on solar power that you independently produced from your roof and these solar panels. So it's pretty great, and I highly recommend everyone consider it. As gasoline is now starting to come down in price, but it was well over $4 a gallon here in California. And no surprise, we saw the amount of electric cars. I think Tesla had a record quarter because of the amount of people buying their Model E and their Model S cars. So fantastic. That's great, because they all should be running on solar power.
It is a no-brainer, that energy independence. That's cool. It feels good too.
I agree. So that's all I wanted to talk about today is energy. And it's a great feeling to be independent of PG&E, at least on the electric side, and then be free of the gasoline bill. And then, one other huge one is that solar does come with a 30% tax credit when you own it. And so it's a little bit of an independence from paying some highly increased income tax as we move forward. And the tax credit is not income dependent, so it is a credit, not a tax deduction. So if a $30,000 system times 30% is $9,000, that comes back as either a refund on your income tax or a reduction of your income tax liability.
Sweet. Yes,
it is.
That's great.
Yeah, it just makes sense to go solar, to not wait. Every month you're waiting is costing you more money, but make some good decisions, as we've already talked about in other podcasts. Do some research, and waiting. We have so many customers that we talked to them 3 years ago, and now they're finally ready to move forward, pull the trigger for whatever reason. But at least they're making the decision, and guess what they say afterwards, after we're all done?
I wish I had waited a lot longer to do this.
That is incorrect. They are saying, I can't believe I waited so long to do this. This is a great feeling. So we want everyone to have that great feeling.
Awesome. Okay, we're going to wrap it up on that note. If you have any questions or comments, please take a look at our Facebook page. Drop us a message through there. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of us. Until next time.
Go solar.
That's all for now. Thank you for listening to this episode of Straight Talk Solarcast with solar expert Jamie Duran. Join us each week for more answers to your solar questions. Speaking of questions, got some? Email us at solarcast@solarharmonics.com and we'll be sure to give you an answer in an upcoming episode. This episode of Straight Talk Solarcast is brought to you by Solar Harmonics, the leading solar energy developer in Northern California, who invite you to own your energy. Visit them on the web at www.solarharmonics.com.
The podcast you just heard was made using Anchor. Ever thought about making your own podcast? Anchor makes it really easy for anyone to get started. It's a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing podcasts. Best of all, it's 100% free. Sign up now at anchor.fm/new. That's anchor.fm/new to get started.